Hi and welcome back to my Naked Brutality mini-series in the Eternal Ice. I'm Icon and today I hope we will be finally able to find access to the solar panel technology. I hope that Rissa won't be freezing to death because we have now just entered winter. Winter comes with those extreme temperatures as you see them here. Minus 55 during the night times is pretty brutal, but luckily Rissa is pretty, well, self-sufficient. Meanwhile, our insects have gone into hibernation, and, well, they won't be hurting her here at all because it's too cold for them to move. But I do want to acquire as many blobs of insect jello as possible because we really need those. But more importantly than, well, more important than the insect jello will be to, well, that lynx, you know? That lynx is the big issue here of that town. Because right now I would love to go outside and mine out some steel, but at the same time I have the slight feeling that if I would do so, that thing would immediately go and hunt me, and I don't want that. I might have 2 traps here available, but I don't want to give them away just like that, you know. At the same time, I would really love to, oh yeah, we can deconstruct that column. I would really love to put up a new piece of wall here, so we have 17. We have 6 pieces of wall available. That's going to be enough. Hooray! Because this is increasing the insulation of this place by a lot. The smaller the room, the better the insulation. I also want to double that wall quite soon, as soon as I can afford the power or the materials. Sorry, that just distracted the hell out of me. So we're gonna go and bring in a big haul of jello. Really love to take down that lynx somehow, but I don't dare to. Meanwhile, we're stockpiling jello more and more. At this point, I think I have really a lot of food available. So, with this situation as it is right now, I'd say I'll just wait until night to mine out some steel or deconstruct something. I think deconstruction should be the way better choice right now. Also, we could acquire some stone blocks this way. I would really love to have some stone block wall here. So poor Rissa could also need a table. But I really think that this lynx will go bonkers on us the moment I leave the town. I leave this, my little abode here. I mean, at the same time, I don't feel like it's gonna be a instant death sentence. Because, well, we did take down a bear in the past, but yeah, you know what I mean. I think that lynx is living quite well off of Cooper, though. So, yeah, well, whatever. As soon as these beasties are sleeping here, I'll... Hey, that hive died. Why did that hive die? Who killed the hives? Oh no. Alright, so it's gonna be very important that we get going now because the amount of food in this biome is now limited. I mean, I would have 2 different options to go for from here on. I could either settle into the next biome with all my knowledge, with all the resources I got. It shouldn't be that hard. Or I'll try to stay here and build up my hydroponics and stuff. I'll prefer the latter. So I think Rissa must be already stuck indoors, yeah. Exactly. So So I guess we got food for, I don't know how long, but quite long. Quite long. Best thing about all this, the jello provides recreation at the same time as it provides sustenance, so it's really good. Alright, we got the solar panels researched. And Rissa, wait a moment before you go outside. Let's pause the game for a sec. So what is now still really, really necessary here? Of course, microelectronics is one of the most powerful technologies available, but is that really desirable at this point? We won't be able to go for stuff like cycloid brewing anytime too soon, so no, I don't want to go for that. Geothermal power, is that realistic? Yes, I do have a steam hole available, but that's... So I'd say it's either going to be researching towards gun turrets or researching towards microelectronics. And since microelectronics is immediately available and these techs are all rather useless to me before they unleash themselves, I'm gonna go for microelectronics because comms consoles, EMP gear, well, EMP gear were really far away from that really mattering, but you know what I mean. So let's see. Where does the lynx go? The lynx starts to kill the spiders and eat them, I see. That's what the lynx does. But that also means there's still food outside here. I could either slaughter the insects or kill the lynx, or both. But whatever I do, it's now time to finally go for solar panels. And I'd say with solar panels, it's gonna be also quite soon time for what they're called again? I forgot. Hydroponics. Whoops. So my situation is stabilizing rather quickly now. So let's give a forced haul job here. So how much steel did that net in? 125. What a good start. Wonderful. So the lynx is feasting on the insects here for now. Ah, that's so sad. I would rather have it differently, but whatever. So let's do it like this. So now we need a lot of steel. But luckily there's also a lot of steel available here, so I'm not that worried right now. So the turbine needs yet another 100 steel. I'm a little bit worried about my components, honestly. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure we will be able to find a few. I mean, it's not like I need tons of power here. The thing is just one sun lamp needs a lot of power, and the one sun lamp doesn't care about the fact that it will only provide a low amount of hydroponics, you know. I need the same amount of power for the lamp no matter what, so. And at the same time I will need to get enough warmth into that growth chamber, so it's all not gonna be that easy. So, insect jello, 219. Stupid lynx. I hope I will be able to to build up the hydroponics before the before my food is running out, but I'm quite positive the biggest issue right now, here we go, are components. Quest expires. So Brandon wants to stay here for a few days. Well, we could use Brandon to kill off that lynx. I want to do that. Because that guy ain't gonna make it long anyways, so gonna make him die for something useful. Oh, yeah, no. That's the ice sheet. That's the ice sheet. So we gotta be careful because Rissa is for sure threatened by the situation as well. But yeah, the lynx is dying too. Awesome. There we go. Sorry, Brandon, this was not exactly going out as you were wishing for, wasn't it? Yeah. But if you are going here without even the proper insulation, I'm so sorry about not being sorry, Brandon. Whoops. To be fair, he's gonna receive a grave, okay? It's not like I'm that much of a, you know what? So, gear-wise, oh, I forgot to strip him beforehand, but he's also crappy equipped, so not even the knife is good. But he really took a problem away of me here, which I'm quite grateful for. So there's a major break risk on Rissa. And she's also hypothermic. Jeez. So... well, insect meat ain't the best sustenance, but if you're struggling to survive, you sure shouldn't be too picky here. Alright. The goblins. Wakefield is coming. Alright. Oh boy. I hope I'll be able to lure that guy into a trap there, because the insects are not here for me here right now. So... what way is that guy taken? So he's coming for the inner road. He's coming for the inner road. I should put traps in there too. I mean, if I get in one hit from that steel trap, it's instantly one. If not, it's gonna be really nasty. But it's gonna be the last shot. So that Wakefield person is already hypothermic. That's a good thing. But so is Rissa. But Rissa's insulation is way better than Wakefield's insulation, so therefore his hypothermia should be way worse than her hypothermia. Correct. And also Wakefield will be stepping into a trap he won't get out alive. Perfect. So, gear-wise, what's in your possessions there? A Mega Sloth wool t-shirt. Now that sounds pretty decent. It's all very low quality though, so I'll rather not. So yeah, that's why I give away some of my precious steel for traps, because it's really just one trap winning a raid for me. I'm okay with that. That's 45 steel well invested, I'd say. Okay. So tomorrow we'll gather the components, and I'd say there's a decent chance that on this episode we will be finally self-sustaining. So at this point, Rissa is just gathering all the dead insects back into her hut and putting them onto the butcher table. Okay, so let's wait until the hypothermia is gone. I mean, minus 41 degrees, pretty brutal. And why is it always dark here? Say, am I in an area where solar panels just generally don't work that well? Is it that? I gotta check it out. I mean, it's so often and so much dark here. Did I make a mistake there with my place where I'm living at? And the power sources? I have no clue, you know. But it's looking like the sun should hit this place sometimes. Alright, so today Rissa will be mining a lot. Because we're running out of time slowly. Slowly but steadily, this situation is growing problematic, you know. And there are still heaters to be built, hydroponics to be built. There's still a lot of stuff to be done. And that's enough, Rissa. Go back home. Grow a little bit warm. And there we go. And I just decided that my sun lamp will be installed here. Yeah, let's do it for this like now. Because there's absolutely no good reason for me to make things harder as they already are, you know. So, here we go. Now we'll need... Wait a sec. This ain't connected. No, I forgot to look at the solar panel. Because if that solar panel ain't working out, we are gonna rely more on wind power here, no probs. But I mean, this place is still minus 8 degrees inside. We can't grow crops like that. Just like, not. Alrighty, so Rissa, researching is fine and dandy, but we're not gonna be needing that right now too much. So I want components and I want steel. So this place here is looking really good. Luckily, if I remember correctly, one hydroponics is enough to sustain an entire person. So it's either 1 or 2 basins necessary for one person, or 1.4 basins. I was calculating that a long time ago, and yeah, it looks like there's just no sunlight here. What have I done? Alright. It's not always like that. It must be because of the polar region here. But if that's the case, honestly, we're just gonna get rid of that thing, because it's just a waste of resources, you know. And that changes my interest into geothermal power right now, because, you know, obviously we need something else. And now let's go for our first hydroponics. Well, I can't afford only one. Oh well. So how do I want to build them? Oh, well, it's not B. The thing is, with hydroponics, you can't replace them or anything. They just stay like that. So her plant skill is a meager rank 1. she will have to improve on that. Work growing is enabled. So growing and plant cutting is your top priority now. So yeah, that room ain't warm enough to do anything here. And that's why I wanted to create a small room. Because a smaller room is way easier to keep warm. And obviously we're just gonna work with wind turbines here all the way. I just decided. Because I have the slight feeling that we might be not seeing any sunlight here, but the wind turbines are almost always working. So because it's really time to get going. We only have a few more days of insect jello left, and it's absolutely vital to grow my own food as soon as possible. So let's do this, and hopefully we're gonna be able to grow something inside here. Yeah, temperatures are growing positive. So with a larger room, I would have had a way bigger problem getting it warm enough. That's a nice little workaround to conserve my low resources. Yes. Working good. Looks like we're past the worst part here. Pretty much. Awesome. Okay. So now to the next nasty thing. We need a stove. And that mega spider has woken up. Okay. That's spooky for sure. Will it hunt me? So I'll just cook raw food. Simple meals now forever. So how fast is a mega spider? Well, not that fast to be really a threatening enemy. Well, they lost their hives, so, well, they're not gonna be that happy about the situation to begin with. Alright, so let's gather up some more steel, because we obviously need more steel. And I'm all out of components, so I have to change that as soon as possible as well, because right now I'm in big trouble if somewhere breaks a component here, because I have no restocks whatsoever. So let's see where I will be able to dig out a few more. So here's some, but I'll rather be careful with that. I'd rather take something closer to my vicinity, but here. I'm definitely gonna go for those. But it's 4 AM, so we're gonna be delaying that until tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, that's working out quite decently. So I'm pretty sure the solar panels aren't completely useless. I guess they are just very, very... They only have a very short amount of time per day where they are running, but here we see our batteries running down, so I should definitely harvest that now before it goes dead. So yeah, hooray. So we're far away from being safe or anything like that. We're still in big trouble here in general, because the amount of rice here is by no means enough to sustain myself. The mega spiders down there will be super hungry soon. But let's snatch some components while we can. Paid forced weather. That could be a really good opportunity for me. So Rissa, you need to get away here. Okay. So, I would receive a rainy thunderstorm for 5.7 days. In return, I'd receive nothing really interesting. That's the big problem around, behind that. Hyperweave, okay. 30 hyperweave or 30 hyperweave. I mean, that's something I can't say it's really bad or something like that, but it ain't super good either, you know. So I guess we have to hide inside for most of the time, for most of the daytime, because pretty sure I will be deado if I stick out my head like that. But the good news behind that, these insects are also killing my enemies for me, so there's also something positive behind that. Alright, so we're gonna toggle off the power here to make sure that we won't be spending unnecessary resources. And then let's just enable a third of those turbines, even considering a fourth. Alright. It's nighttime, so it's mining time, because I want to have another hydroponics, and Rissa really needs some recreation soon. There's still Jello, so she's gonna gobble some, and then she's gonna be happy. Alright. Good. So let's copy this thing. No, not like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing here? I don't know if I agree, but yeah, okay, it's all going well. Just need to be careful with all those mega spiders around there, you know? Okay, good. So I got now 2 hydroponics. That should be enough for one person to stay sated for indefinite amounts of time, as soon as her plant skill ain't that horrible anymore. But the worst part is now over. We will now need to make ourselves a little bit more secure. I definitely want to have that geothermal power, because that will be one of the really, really big milestones to begin with. Also, I definitely want to have a stonecutter's table, because I'm so tired of working around here with those lackluster materials, so, oh dear. She's so bad at agriculture, you know. That's the big problem there. But we're now out of components again, so yeah. But at least, if I would starve now, I would starve very, very slowly. Transport pod crash. You rust us. So, no. RIP. That person is just wearing a t-shirt and nothing else. I have a very, very low tolerance for fools just crash landing in my deadly area here and behaving like they can afford that, to come here without any extra clothing, you know. So let's be very, very careful. This could be deadly. But usually you don't open up ancient dangers just by chopping up some piece of wall there. We would be needing to chop up this or this to actually risk ourselves. Nice. So with the third hydroponic, I think I will be absolutely safe. Hydroponics, it's always plural. Anyways, that's today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'd say we are now past the worst sequence of this kind of run. I'm not done here yet. I want to play a little bit longer before I consider it done. So feel free to drop comments down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and see you guys next time, which will be most likely, could be the last episode, because come on, Rissa is safe now. She started with nothing, now she has a home here in the ice. Catch you guys next time, bye bye.